Let's be honest, being a personal assistant to a celebrity sounds like a dream job, doesn't it? I mean, imagine the glitz, the glamour, all of the A-listers you'd probably meet. I'm sure there's a lot of perks with that job. But in the wake of actor Matthew Perry's death, some Hollywood assistants are now revealing their nightmare reality. Perry's longtime assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, admits that he faced an unimaginable and deadly request from his boss, Perry, in his final hours. His demand was, "Shoot me up with the big one." And as a result, Iwamasa has now pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute ketamine, causing death. And he's now facing 15 years in prison. The revelation that Perry used his assistant to not only secure drugs, but also had him administer that lethal overdose is shining a spotlight on the dark demands that powerless personal assistants often face. Joining me now is the world's highest profile subject matter expert in placing assistants with celebrities and founder of the Celebrity Personal Assistant Network, Brian Daniel. First, many people might argue this assistant was just doing what his boss said. Yes, we know that he had the option to say no, but I'm sure this assistant was probably making good money, didn't want to disappoint his boss. But isn't this a very difficult position to be in, as Dax kind of brought up?
It is indeed. To be a terrific personal assistant, you have to have what we call a service heart. And your need to please your boss and your fear of losing your job is constantly on the forefront of your mind. And unfortunately, this personal assistant crossed the line. The lines are very blurred, but it is very important from the beginning to have clear boundaries with your boss. And sometimes you just have to say no.
Brian, how rampant is this? And is this type of situation normal for personal assistants, or are they being asked to do even worse, possibly more illegal things?
Well, in any profession, you're always striving to be in a healthy work environment that's, not toxic. And in the entertainment business especially, these situations do run rampant. So in the very beginning, newbies to the business who are just trying to break in are doing whatever they can to get a good recommendation so they can move up to the higher profile jobs. That's why it is especially disturbing to me as a personal assistant headhunter, because in Perry's particular case, the assistant had worked for him for many, many years. So he should have had the foresight to predict what could have happened, and he should have just said no to his boss and called for help.
But in your experience placing assistants with these high-profile celebrities, how do you make sure that boundaries are established and assistants are protected from being placed in these potentially dangerous or unethical situations? Because, for most of America, hey, I'm gonna march into HR. But in this case, there's no HR. It's you and the celebrity, right?
You make a very good point. The good recruiters and headhunters out there are doing their jobs to make sure that they don't put their client candidates in harm's way.
But how do you do that?
This is one of the things what we do on the front end here at the Celebrity Personal Assistant Network is we also vet the clients. When people come to us, especially ones that are in the entertainment business, we ask the right questions. We do not want to get calls 2 days or even 2 weeks into the job saying, "Hey, Brian, you're never going to guess what they're asking me to do." So it's very important to ask those questions and have a very good, robust job description in writing.